Welcome everybody to my latest video. Now for this video, as you can tell by what you see before you and the title, we're going to go over my Capcom / Darksoft CPS3 system. Now this video is pretty much a straight sequel to my previous video where I explained a little bit about the CPS3 hardware itself. Now one thing that I forgot to mention is the good thing about CPS3 hardware is it uses the exact same kick harness as the CPS2. So that's one less thing you have to worry about if you want to convert. Now, as you can see, we got everything here. We got my CD drive over here, the motherboard, everything's all hooked up. CPS3 hardware can get expensive. It's nowhere near as popular as the CPS2 hardware, but prices get up there. If you want to play Third Strike, and you get a fully working board and everything, you're going to be paying at the very least, and this is considered the low end, $350. I guarantee you, if you go to eBay right now, you'll find Third Strike setups going as high as $700, if not more. Now, that's just for one game. Now, as I told you in a previous video, there's only, 6 games that are available for the CPS3 hardware. There's, Warzard, or Red Earth, whatever it's called. Street Fighter 3 New Generation, Second Impact, Third Strike. Then we got JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, or JoJo's Adventure, and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So there's not that many games. And unless you're a fighting fan, there's really no reason to get a CPS3 hardware. Now, as I told you in the other video, I have 2 motherboards that I purchased. They're actually both new generation setups. And the reason I purchased 2 is because, well, it's always nice to have a backup. But also the SIM cards. You need the SIM cards. And those can get expensive if you're trying to find the original ones. So, let's take a look at the actual hardware itself. First, let me go over the options. If you want to get this set up, there's 2 payment options that you can choose from. Or I should say there's 2 versions you can choose from. Now, prices may change. I don't control the prices. It's Darksoft and fellow YouTuber Mitsu. I can never get his full name right, but I'll put a link down below in the description box to his YouTube channel. When I got this, I had 2 options to choose from. A $55 version and a $150 version. The $55 version, and I'm not really a technical genius on how all this works, so bear with me. He only changes the chip on the inside of the cart here. Now, my understanding is, although there haven't been any reports of freezing or glitches as of late, there's still a possibility of the game freezing and, glitching, and you have to turn it off and all that other jazz. The other version is a $150 version, and in addition to replacing the chip, he also replaces the SH2. I believe that's a processor inside. Again, I could be wrong. I really didn't pay much attention, but that's the version I decided to go with, the $150 version. Now, it was actually a little bit more. I paid via PayPal, and it was $156. And it included this custom label right here. So I assume that extra $6 or so was for PayPal fees and for this label and shipping back. The cart itself, when you want to do this, if you want to, contact Darksoft or Mitsu, in addition to the payment, you must send him your CPS3 cart. Does it matter which cart? As far as I know, it doesn't. It can be Red Earth, it could be New Generation, it could be Second Impact, Third Strike. It could be any one of the JoJo games. But yeah, you have to send him your cart. And I think either what he does is after you make payment and send the cart, he either does a straight cart swap, or in this case, which I think is what happened, is he actually, got my cart, opened it up, did what he needed to do, and send me my exact same cart back. You can see he has a little label right here. SH2 plus SuperBios. Alright. Now the label, get a close-up right here, it's kind of nice. You got Akuma, Gil, Hugo, SH2, Darksoft CPS3, little Capcom stuff going on right here, CPS3. So it is a nice label. All I did is I peeled off the original Capcom label and then stuck this one on. It's not perfect, but, looks nice. And, I just wanted a label. If it's inside your machine, you're probably never going to see it, but I wanted a label. So, you send him your payment. Let's get some focus going. You send him your payment. You send him your cart. And the service was fast. I think I sent off the cart and had it back in my possession in less than 7 days. So that's great service. Now, if you're interested in this, obviously you might just be thinking, well, I'm just going to pick up a CPS2, or excuse me, a CPS3 cheap new generation board for a couple $100, and, I'll make my payment here and I'm good to go. It's not that simple. Take a look over here. In order to run this setup, your motherboard needs to have enough sims to run Third Strike. Now, what does that mean? Well, if you saw my other video, you'll remember these slots have these sim cards. I'm not going to pull them out. In fact, you know what? I might have some spares. Give me 1 second and let me go get those. Okay, so here we are right here. I got my backup SIM cards. In case you didn't see the first video, this is basically up close of what one looks like. Get some focus. Nothing extravagant or fancy. These are actual 128 SIM cards that were created by Darksoft. And I got these as backups. So let me go ahead and put this back. Now, in order to run, that's out of focus. All right, in order to run this Darksoft cartridge, here's the deal. You need to have enough SIM cards to run Third Strike. Now, SIM cards come in 128, megabit, 64, and 32. You need to have 128 SIM cards right here. The 2 slots back here, those are the 64 megabit versions. So if you might have to do what I did and buy a couple cheap new generation boards. But that right there, that's already setting you back, maybe $400. And that's if, they decide to sell them that low. So let's assume, you got the motherboard, you got enough SIM cards, everything's good. You send off your payment. You're pretty much ready to go. You just stick in your cart right here. It also comes with a CD. It's just a plain CD that you put in the CD drive in place of the original Capcom CD. And, he'll put on the CD SuperBios or Darksoft, whatever. It's nothing fancy. But yeah, this is the setup right here. Now, let me go ahead and power this on, and I'll show you what what you do from then. Okay, so here we are. Now I'm going to power this on. Now, when you first get to it, you're going to see some text down here, and it'll say, press player 1 start to load Darksoft menu or something like that. I'll get to that later. But what happens is when you power this on, it automatically goes to the last game that you loaded. In this case, I think it was JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I just loaded that one so you can see something different. But let's see how it goes. Okay, now it's reading. Next you come to what I like to call the region screen. And this allows you to pick which region of the game you will be playing in regards to the last game that you loaded. So let's just put USA. Here we go, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, I assume. And there you go. You can see it powers up. Seems to be no problem. Alright, so I'm just gonna play this. I don't play this game at all. I don't know anything about this game. I just wanted you guys to see something different in regards to not automatically seeing Street Fighter. Go with this guy. Sorry about the reflection here. I'm gonna wait till nighttime to show you guys how to load different games. That way you won't have such a bad glare here, but this is just to show you guys, you know, how it loads up and there's no problems. Well, really didn't do too well there. And really didn't do too well. But there, you can see that, you know, it plays great. So the next part of this video, I'm going to wait till nighttime, and then we'll actually load different games. So, just wait for the next part, and we'll go from there. Okay, so here we are. It's nighttime. So now I'm going to show you guys how to change games on this Darksoft CPS3 setup. Now I'm going to turn on the monitor, and right about here you're going to see that text. I think it was press player 1 to go to Darksoft menu or something. You might not see it because the monitor is warming up, but here we go. turn off the light. There it is. Well, it was right there, so I'm going to start the monitor again. You'll be able to see it. And there we are. So I'm going to hold down the player 1 button. And here we are at the menu. Sorry, I got the light from the marquee going here. Try and get a close-up. There we go, much better. So, right here, here's your basic options. Security cassette utility menu. Step 1 or option 1, you can flash the memory. 2 goes to the disk and files. 4 is rewrite new game. 3, game boot. So that's to go into the game that's already loaded on. So let's go to rewrite new game. And you can see down here, select one player up or down, start one player shot. So we're going to go ahead and select. Now, once you do that, you're going to come to the game menu. You got Rewrite Game Menu by Darksoft version 1.0. And as you can see, we got 7 titles to choose from. Even though technically there's only 6 games. But we got Street Fighter 3 New Generation. We got Warzard / Red Earth. JoJo's Venture. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Street Fighter 3 Second Impact. Then we got Third Strike A and Third Strike B. Now I'm really not too sure what the difference is between the Third Strikes. I've loaded B before, and it seems to be a different option menu. As far as gameplay wise, I'm not sure what the difference is. Seemed pretty straightforward to me. I could be wrong. Maybe it's just my cart. Who knows? But let's go to Street Fighter 3 Third Strike A. So we find the game we want, and we're going to press one player shot 1. And here we go. So this is the next menu you come to. Now we got some reflection and glare of the light. It's from the marquee. But you can see, now rewriting, please wait. Note, please do not turn the power off at this time. Now reading the data. So you can see a little bit of the menu in the back right here. You can see Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. And let's see. We're going to get another screen coming up right now. And there we go. Approximate minutes, seconds before completing this procedure. What does that mean? Well, you can see right now it's erasing the prior memory that was loaded onto the game board. So prior to this, I think it was JoJo's Bizarre Adventure I had. So it's getting rid of that and loading on Third Strike. So go ahead. And you can see it will show in a second. It's going to tell you approximately how many minutes and seconds are left until the procedure is done. All in all, it takes about 25 to 45 minutes or so. It just depends on which game you're loading. And right there, approximately 42 minutes, 35 seconds remaining. Now, I think that time speeds up and it gets down to like 25, 30 minutes. But, you know, this is basically what you gotta do. So you're waiting for your monitor or your game to load up. And right now we are at a whopping 1%. Now don't worry, this does not happen every time you turn on your CPS3 system. This is only if you want to load a new game. So once this game is loaded, you know, I play, I turn off the cabinet. When I turn the cabinet back on, just like you saw before, it will load into the current game that's loaded onto the hardware. Now what's kind of cool, and I'll probably show a little snippet of this, is as it gets closer to the time, you know, the percentage of being complete, the picture in the background right there actually gets brighter and brighter, and it becomes a full picture. But for right now, this is all that, you know, you're going to be looking at. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. I'll turn it back on, get a little snippet of, what it looks like. But, yeah, for right now, there's nothing more to show. So let's get, let's see, 41 minutes, 5 seconds. We're at 3%. So, yeah, waiting. So let's wait till the next part. Alright, so here we are, and as you can see, the picture is much brighter. You can see third strike. We got 3 seconds. Oh, sorry. Looks like we got, right now, under a minute to go. But, like I was saying, you can see the background picture. Third strike, 3, fight for the future. And now we just got a countdown. 98%. So basically, this is just what you gotta go through when you want to change games. Looks okay, we're about the 30-second mark, so just bear with me. Got this little guy up here who dances all the time. I'm not sure if that is a dance or not, who knows. Alright, so right now we're about the 10 seconds. Really not much more to do, but here we go. Alright, so now we go to the what I call the region selection screen. Sorry for the brightness right here. But let's just click Japan. There we go, much better. Alright, so there we are. I had to load a credit because I think if that song actually plays with the lyrics, the video will get pulled. I could be wrong. But yeah, so here we are, Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. And that's the whole video right there. The next video I release, there will probably be some Third Strike gameplay, since it's obviously the most popular CPS3 game. But for right now, there you are. So if you have any questions, let me know. Until next time.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.